G'day, Trooper Cody and Steve. I've got the privilege of reciting a poem that's been sent to me by Irene Dalgety Timponi. It's an award-winning poem. It's about an Australian light horse, a whaler, and one of the best, as Irene says, and it's entitled Bill. Two pencil pines, like sentinels in far Gallipoli, stand guard beside a lonely grave that rouses poignancy. There's sympathy for one long gone, though few might know of Bill, Australia's greatest warhorse, one of solid iron will. But Bill the bastard looms above all others of his kind, and represents the thousands left so cruelly behind. Bill symbolises too the bond between a man and horse, when light horse troops and whalers followed war's most deadly course. Beyond Bill's grave, atop each ridge, the fallen Anzacs lie, the headstones bearing epitaphs exposed to foreign sky. And, sad to say, so many there are nameless where they fell, like Bill, who saw them come and go. They had grim tales to tell. The massive chestnut whaler, one whose fame had known no bounds, at war's end, new assignment, travelled back to Anzac grounds. Bill's headstone gives his name and rank a full identity, inspiring countless visitors to seek his history. Bill gained attention readily throughout enlistment days, impressing with gigantic size and wily, strong-willed ways. He bucked off all would-be recruits, then gave a taunting sneer, which earned the bastard accolade that tended to endear. The roguish rascal had the hearts of horsemen far and wide, inspiring Bill the bastard yarns the troops would tell with pride. Bill's legend grew, his exploits told by men of rank and fame. Before long he knew men of note, whose mateship he would claim. En route to war, aboard the ship, Bill made one special friend, Horsemaster Banjo Patterson, his mate till battle's end. Now Banjo had an old school pal, Lieutenant H. Chevelle, who came to be amazed by Bill in one forsaken hell. Bill caught his eye so many times at work, Gallipoli. With hefty loads while under fire, he strode on steadily. He bore John Simpson from the field, one quickly raised to fame. John and his donkey, heroes both, became a household name. Lieutenant Michael Shanahan, best horseman, Allied force, soon noticed Bill, reputedly the strongest, fittest horse. He watched him lugging giant packs uphill where duty led, then plunging down the deep descents, carrying bodies newly dead. He witnessed too Bill's famous run along the Suvla Trail in sight of Turkish sniper fire delivering the mail. Then, riderless, twice shot, distressed, he aced the 5-mile task, a champion without a doubt. What more could Light Horse ask? In sickbay, vets attended Bill, with Shanahan as well. He'd seen Bill flinch and thought they'd find 2 bullet holes to tell that Bill had raced on, injured, knowing what he had to do. The soldier yearned to ride that horse, and into battle too. Unlike so many, both survived and left Gallipoli, evacuated from the cove to Egypt secretly. And Shanahan was there for Bill to care, caress, cajole, to win his heart with gentleness and claim his very soul. 4 months of war in action let the pair combine as one, and Shanahan, now Major, felt the hard work had been done, that Bill was battle ready and that he could trust his mount in time of fierce action when each move would surely count. The Oratana massacre set both of them a test when Bill, by saving others, proved he was the very best. When leading out the column, he stopped dead, displayed his fear. His riders' reconnoitre showed a deep ravine too near. Bill showed he was intuitive, alert both day and night, protecting well his rider and equipped to stand and fight. Thus reassured, the Major was prepared to lead his men to battle at Romani, and it didn't matter when. The Bastard and the Major made an awe-inspiring team that shared with all the light horse men the Anzac troopers' dream of mighty charges that destroyed the dreaded enemy, avenging all the Anzacs lost at grim Gallipoli. By 1 a.m. on August 4th, the battle had begun. Sheer force of greater numbers meant the Turks could overrun the front lines of the light horse, but they kept to Chevel's plan to fight from horseback when they could and not fight man to man. The light horse staged a planned retreat while noise of battle raged. As mounted troopers, Anzacs all, a mighty struggle waged against the savage Ottoman who'd crossed the Sinai sand to take the Suez. Egypt too, they had it all in hand. Beside a blood-soaked dune, the Major found 4 light horsemen, their whalers dead. They needed mounts so they could fight again. By sliding back his booted feet, he left the stirrups free. "Get up on Bill, get up!" he cried, while Bill stood steadily. "Here, 1 each stirrup, 2 with me." He gave his mount the rein. Strong tension in the neck revealed the horse was feeling strain. Bill's knees were almost sagging from excessive jostling weight. He struggled to stand upright and escape before too late. With bulging eyes and nostrils flared, Bill gagged and gasped for air, then felt the Major's gentle stroke, the touch of loving care. Advancing foes began to fire. Bill's passengers did too. A guiding hand, a gentle voice, and Bill knew what to do. That horse had strength and fortitude, great loyalty and pride. He groaned to match each painful step, but settled into stride. He carried 5 men and their gear 2 miles that fateful night, a measure of his courage and his super equine might. For Shanahan and his mate Bill, their work would not be done until the dawn, when help would come. Romani would be won. The mighty team fought 6 long hours against prolonged attack, inspiring fellow light horsemen to fight while edging back. The Major, gravely wounded, slumped forward on his steed. With no commands, no signal touch, Bill sensed his rider's need. The Major was unconscious, but Bill understood the case. With level canter, smooth and safe, he took him back to base. With light of day, fresh Anzacs fought, and tide of battle turned. The enemy were parched with thirst, the sand and sun both burned. The Turks' attack had been repelled, they scurried in retreat, but other battles would be fought before their next defeat. A left leg amputation took the Major from the war, and Bill became a pack horse, just as he had been once before. No guiding hand upon his neck, no Major on his back. Bill galloped on for glory. Guns and bullets in his pack. In hardened Murrumburra, Bill the Bastard strides once more, a hero resurrected and retrieved from tales of yore. Skilled hands of Carl Varius revived Bill's claim to fame, with focus on his history, his near-forgotten name. The statue is a work of art, its stark reality, a credit to the sculptor's craft and his integrity. There, bronze, there borne upon Bill's huge bronzed frame, 4 light horsemen to save, and Shanahan, the major, always selfless, strong and brave. Bonds forged in heat of wartime never break and cannot fray. The greatest horseman, strongest horse, they live again today. They symbolise the iron bonds fought in fires of war between a trooper and his horse. They last forevermore, united in their finest hour, but deepest agony. They fought as one for freedom and for our democracy. The massive classic centaur fills patriots with awe, reminds them all of wars long gone, what we were fighting for. Thank you.